Hey guys, it's about beer 30. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Today I do appreciate you stopping by. Today's beer comes from Core Brewing and Distilling. They're out of Arkansas. This is their Hazelnut Southern Brown. And Beer Advocate and Rate Beer, Untapped both have it listed at a 6%. This is a 5.9% according to what's on the front can here. This was sent to me by Mr. Fudge. He tells me that it's 27.8 IBUs. They're really getting technical there with a 0.8 there on that. And it was canned on January 3rd of 2019. So fairly fresh for a brown ale. 6 months, not quite 7 months on it. Getting close. This coming week would be 7 months. So we might, we're 3 days away from that. Today is the 30th of June. So we're 3 days away from being 7 months in the can. So let's see what this brings to the table. Even though it's a 5.9 instead of a 6, maybe this particular batch was just a slight hair lower than the 6% that Beer Advocate and Untapped has for the beer. They have it at 13 IBUs for the 6%, so I don't know how this one has 27.8. So I don't know why it would be that drastic of a difference in the IBUs, guys. Their commercial description says 6 different malts and hazelnut gives out Hazelnut Southern Brown, a luscious nutty flavor with a smooth malty sweet finish. The hazelnut complements the rich caramel-like character of this creamy ale. So we shall see. We're going to pop the top on this thing and get it into the glass and see what we got. So Mr. Fudge, thank you for the monster beer mail package that you sent me. Super expensive to buy and super expensive to ship. I think we've done most of the ones now that you sent, other than a couple that are in the closet that I have reviewed recently. Some of the bigger beers, like the Bourbon County Stout that I just reviewed, and the 1050 that I just reviewed. So I'm not going to re-review those this quick. So they're going to be in the closet for a while. But this probably winds up everything else that he has sent me. I think I got a Woot Stout that he sent me that I haven't reviewed. So some of those bigger beers, I think I've got 3 or 4 that he's sent me that I've reviewed recently that are going to sell her for a little bit. So we're going to wind it up with this one. So let's get it open and get it into the glass. Big hiss on that. I'm not going to pour it super aggressive because with that monster hiss, as you can see, it's already producing a monster head. So let me see if I can get this in there. Pouring it up a little bit easier, but we might not. And this thing hiss like it's super carbonated, maybe a little over carbonated. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get it all in there, guys. It's just too carbonated. Look at that. So that's the first downdraft to it. It is too carbonated. 3 fingers of head on that already, and it ain't got half the beer in there. So it's over carbonated. Nice color. I can see light through the thin part of the glass. It does look like a filtered beer. It is very dark in the bowl part, what I could get in there. So let's get it to the nose. Definitely getting the hazelnut. Roasted malt, hazelnut. Got a very nutty aroma. Maybe a hint of some caramel and toffee, but the hazelnuts are standing out. They're off the chain, guys. Big time hazelnuts. So let's see if I can get my lips down in this monster head on this beer. And it looks like it's sticking around, so I don't know if I'll be able to get it all in there before I go off camera. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Mr. Fudge. Well, the hazelnuts are off the chain. They are standing out. If there's a school bus, they would be taking up half the seats, guys. Very nutty. Hazelnuts are prominent. They may be overpowering anything else. Roasted malt, toasted malt, hazelnuts. Slight hint of maybe some caramel and toffee, but they're covered up. They're very subdued as compared to the hazelnuts that I'm getting. They're on the nose and they're definitely on the taste. That's pleasant. It's so nutty, it's almost like a peanut butter taste. But you can tell it's hazelnuts instead of peanuts. That's pleasant. I like that. It's just a little overcarbonated though, guys. There, we got it all in there. Look at that monster. Yeah, slightly overcarbonated here, guys. So, but it is a tasty beer if you like hazelnuts. So we're gonna sip on this a little bit. It's right out of the fridge, and I don't know. I put these in the fridge as soon as I got them, so I don't know if he had them cellared. Probably not, or refrigerated. Knowing if he's going to send them to me, he probably did not, and probably wasn't refrigerated when he bought it. I don't know that. He didn't tell me. So it may have kept working in the can for those months. It's got January 3rd of 2019. So February, March, April, May, and I got the package I think in June, either end of May or June. So it may have kept working those months that it was not refrigerated. So big head though. Yeah, that's what she said. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Been sitting on it a while now. Big time hazelnut to this. Very impressive as far as the hazelnut goes. Everything else is kind of decent. But if you're a big hazelnut fan, you're probably going to like this. A good transitional beer to get you into something a little darker. And not too much alcohol to make you inebriated or have a big boozy taste to it. A nice hazelnut brown. That's where I'm going to put this. I don't think it's an A beer, but it is a well-made beer. Not a joke. They need to put some kind of dating on the can, guys. Vintage or month, day, and a year, so we know how old it is. Like I said, I don't know how Mr. Fudge determined it was a 2018. Looking at the code on the bottom of it, it doesn't look like that to me, but maybe he has some other information and the ABV doesn't match up to what they're telling me, or the IBUs of what I'm looking at. The picture they're showing on Beer Advocate, and on Beer Advocate it has a bottle, and the picture on Untapped has the can. So I don't know how long they've been canning this particular beer, or if the ABV changes from batch to batch. So with that being said, it is what it is. B plus for me, guys. 88. Over to Beer Advocate, they say 3.89, very good. It's also in their B plus range. And over to Untapped, they have the 3.81, again, also in their B plus range. Unanimous. It's a B plus beer. A very nice one to try out. A good traditional hazelnut brown ale. If you like hazelnuts, pick it up. Give it a try. You may really like it. Don't base what you're going to buy or try from what I tell you, because you may find this a 10 beer. What I may like, you may not like, and what I may love, you may not. So I'm just giving you my opinion, guys. But I do craft beer, so I've had the gamut from 3%ers all the way up to 20-some percenters. So my palate is used to drinking a heavier, thicker beer, especially in this style. Where these may have been A beers to me 10 years ago, they are not now, because of all the Imperials and better, I won't say better, but bigger ABV versions of this beer. Since I'm limited to how many I can have a day with the diet and after the heart attack and everything, I want to get the bang for my buck, guys. I've told you this before. If I'm only going to have 2 or 3 a day, I want to have 7%ers or bigger for those 2 or 3 that I get to have. So, but again, that adds calories. Calories in is calories on. So, if you're not inhibited by the circumstances that I am, you could probably session these beers, especially these lower ABV beers, by less than 6%ers, if you will. So, tasty beer. I enjoyed it. Big time hazelnut aroma. So, if you've had this from Core Brewing, their hazelnut brown, let me know what you think. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.